Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Tuesday, July the 25th, 2023. Tuesday, July the 25th. Well, we had a whole bunch of Curtis and Portia going back and forth. She's trying to cheer him up, get him off the internet. He's trying to figure out some miracle cures, and she wants to talk reality. She wants to bring a contractor out to the house to make some modifications. First, she said that she felt they should move out and just rent a place. And he goes, no, I don't want, you know, us, we shouldn't have to leave our home, or you shouldn't. And then he goes, if I can't walk again, I want you to move on, leave me. Okay, you're saying that now in the heat of the emotion. Nothing you're saying right now, Curtis, is going to be a life-changing decision, right? So the rest of the times they went back and forth to them. Fast forward, then we had Liz and Finn's dinner at the brioche. Fast forward, dealt with them last year. And they're way too boring. We also had Dex calling Sonny, telling Sonny about the dead guy he found in the alley. And Sonny told him what to do. Don't call Dante, call the cops. So Dex did. And he explained, hey, I was leaving GH, checking on Mr. Ashford for Jocelyn, and went to throw my coffee cup away and saw his legs. And there you have it. So Dante says, I kind of thought you probably were here doing something for Sonny, Dex. And he's like, no. No. So Dex is free to go. Of course, Dex had nothing to do with that, right? So Dante ends up letting Dex go. And he said, a strange thing, this guy is from Paul Tuck. See, same place, Gatlin Hope, cousin Mason's from, and he spent time in Pentonville. Dex is kind of like, oh, okay. Really? Why are you telling me, right? Because Dex hasn't spent any time in Poltuck or Pentonville, Dante. So anyway, Dex is free to go. Okay. So the next thing was, see, you know what I don't like? I don't like when Brooklyn dares Chase to do stuff. And I don't like when Chase is stupid enough to fall for a dare, right? The pool is closed. Brooklyn says that doesn't apply to us because my father's wife owns half and my Uncle Sonny's girlfriend owns the other half. So we could hang out up here, which, yeah, she's probably right. But anyway, the way it ends up working, somebody was going to have to skinny dip in the pool. Who caught the most peanuts in their mouth wins. You do realize how dangerous that was, right? Because you're doing this trying to catch peanuts. You want to know what could happen? Choke. I was thinking, oh my God, this pool is nothing but accidents this summer. Somebody's going to choke. Well, no, they didn't do it. But anyway, Chase obviously lost. He skinny dips. The next scene is showing him coming out of the water. Brooklyn is handing a towel and he's wrapping it around himself. And he goes, see, told you I would do it. And she goes, well, look, I don't want to get you in trouble because, then the police will be called and then your colleagues would know. And she goes, let's get you dressed up or let's get you covered up because I only want my eyes to see what I saw, right? She goes, and yeah, whatever. My whole thing, did anybody think this other than me, everybody? Chase knows there are cameras. That's how he saw what happened to Ned. That's how he saw Nina was there. Would you skinny dip, Mr. Copman, knowing there are cameras up there at that pool? The answer is no. But he did. Whatever, Chase, you do you. You let Brooklyn continue to get you, dare you, double dog dare you into anything. And because she goes, we're Quartermains, we believe in breaking the rules. Well, you know what? Look at where that got Chase, Brooklyn. Change that. Change that. You want to be with him. So getting to the good part, there really wasn't, this is not going to be a long recap, except for, comment corner, but I'm still going to stop at 10 minutes because I can only read so many comments. 44 comments, everybody. Good job with comment corner. You all are reading each other's comments and you're going back and forth. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay. Bad nanny. So Sonny interviews bad nanny. And she says all the right things, right? And Ava tries to pretty much tell Sonny what they talked about, because he goes, "What y'all talk about? Why was the interview so good? Did you tell her all of Avery's favorite hobbies?" And yes, I did, Sonny. And blah, 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 blah. And I've even suggested maybe some children's museum. And she knows Avery's loves art. And she's going on. And Sonny's looking at the bad nanny and said, I'm surprised he didn't say, "Well, Ava, let me hear it from her." Right? But he didn't. So they're sitting on the couch. He sits down on the couch with her and he's going over her resume. And he goes, "This last family, why did you leave them?" She goes, "Well, their youngest went to middle school, so they don't need a nanny anymore." He goes, "Okay, makes sense. Now, mind you, Ava makes herself a martini and she's over by the fireplace sipping on her martini as Sonny is interviewing the bad nanny. That's a telltale sign, everybody. Who drinks a martini during an interview of a potential employee? Ava's giving herself away, right? So Sonny said, "Well, you know what?" So the nanny says, "I don't want to pressure you, but there's another family that expressed interest in my services. Although I would love to, who wouldn't want to work in a castle on an island? But how soon do you feel you will make a decision?" So Sonny says, "You know what? I got to talk things over with Ava first, but pretty soon." So she goes, "Oh, okay. And he goes, "You know what? Thank you for coming in. And, you can go." So she goes, "Okay, but, again, how soon will I hear back from you two?" So Sonny said, "Tomorrow." She goes, "Oh, okay." So Ava says, "Have a good night." And she walks out the room and either Ava closes the door after, I think Ava closes the door after her. Now, my thing is, where Ava and this chick is upstairs with where you can get to the parapet where Nell fell off. Would you allow this woman to find her way to your front door and she's a criminal? I didn't see the butler opening the door, escorting the chick out. I was just really expecting the camera to pan outside the door and she listening to everything. Because Ava just assuming she's going to make it downstairs through the castle to the front door. That was stupid. Because they were not in the living room where all she had to do was go out those double doors and then go out the front door. So anyway, that was just, little nitpicky on my part, but in the writing and knowing the dynamics of that house, there's no way she was near the front door. And she's shady. So she would want to eavesdrop. So Sonny said, "Okay, now that she's gone, Ava, you drop the act. What's going on?" "I don't know what you're talking about, Sonny. I mean, what do you mean?" He goes, "Ava, I know you. And you're scared. She scares you. And I want to, then Sonny, and I want to know why." And so Ava's like, "Sonny." So guess what? Sonny said, "You start talking." Then it came out that, okay, Mason planned to frame Pilar to get rid of her so they could replace him with this nanny. And Sonny says, "Why?" "Because they wanted me to get information on you and Pikeman. And I was alone one time in your house and you keep everything in your study locked. I couldn't get anything. So they came up with the idea of he came up with the idea of getting rid of Pilar with this nanny so she could get the job done." Sonny said, okay, where's your boyfriend, Austin? Because she goes, Mason Gatlin. She goes, oh, as in Austin Gatlin Holt, right? And so he goes, what does your boyfriend, Austin, fit in? Okay, because the plan was to get rid of Pilar. So tell me about the day Avery went missing. She goes, that was all Austin's idea. I did not know he was going to do that. Avery was in no danger, but that was, he set it up so that now I could say how much I don't trust Pilar anymore. And Sonny said, okay. All right. But see, I'm missing a piece of the pie, Ava. You have not told me everything. And I don't want to know everything now, right? Because Mason has something on you. Well, no, Sonny, they want it from me. She goes, he almost said, cut the crap, Ava. He says, no, Ava. They've got something on you in order for you to even consider putting our daughter in danger. In order for you to even consider trying to let a plant be placed into my house, they got something on you. They're holding my biological mother, Delia. They're going to hurt her if I don't go along with her. And he goes, okay, all right, that's some leverage. But there's something else. He goes, oh, it's something much more than that. What is it, Ava? See, Sonny knows Ava. She finally spilled the beans. She leaned into him. She says, Mason knows I killed Nikolas. She kind of leans back. And they don't show Sonny's face, right? And I thought, finally, after months, Ava, Sonny should have been the first person you went to. That was ridiculous. Sonny asked her, are you in any trouble? I mean, he's asked her. He could tell something was off with her. And she wouldn't tell him. And he said, what I don't understand is why didn't you come to me? Before she told him she killed Nikolas, he was saying, why didn't you come to me as soon as they started threatening you? And she said, because I thought I could handle it all on my own. I thought I could take care of it. So good. They're making, yes, we must have some sub-writers in, because they're making Sonny mob boss Sonny. I'm loving it. But see, mob boss Sonny, he's got a lot of fires in the iron that he's going to have to put out. He's going to have to mop up the problem with Mason and Austin and all that Paul Tuck crew, right? He's going to have to handle the Selena Wu situation when he finds out about that. He's going to have to handle Pikeman, who potentially is the biggest threat. So Sonny needs an army, and he don't have one. So, I mean, I hope they let him knock some things out, check off a list, got rid of that one, got rid of Mason and Austin, boom. Now I can focus on Pikeman. Pikeman will be last. Selena Wu, okay, got to mop her up, put her in line or make her disappear. Okay, Selena's handled. And then Pikeman. So we'll see. But it was pretty good today. It was just a whole lot of boring conversations that was not worth my time. So now let's go to Comment Corner. 44 comments, everybody. I'm just going to be bouncing back and forth from the bottom to the middle to the top. I'm only going to do 10 minutes worth of comments. 10 minutes. So I'm going right now, and I am setting my timer. Now, all right, we have P. Merle says, did anyone notice that no one is wearing masks around Willow? Has her immune system made a miraculous recovery already? This is soap opera land. Willow's going to be back at the hospital in her nurse's uniform next week. I have to agree with the other commenter. Finn and Elizabeth are booking. Do you mean boring? Can you believe Curtis is afraid? Oh, Cyrus is afraid. Nah, he's up to something. Austin and Mason are bad news with a capital B. Ava better tell Sonny, because she may be in over her head this time. She is, and she did tell. I mean, boring. Yeah, oh, thank you, Liz and Finn. NK Rose says she's in a bubble, but so was Michael and Wiley, which was why Michael was upset about the lateness. He took Wiley out of camp, yeah, so that Nina could visit. And then Lucy, I'm sorry, Lucy said my favorite part of Monday's episode was when Ava goes, ark. Yeah, she really let that scream out of there. I loved it. Antonio says, great review. I don't know how they're writing Ava. They are making her so weak. I know. Ava, I'm surprised they didn't have her going to the jail, right? To see her sister Olivia, even though Olivia tried to kill her, but to go see Olivia and ask Olivia for a favor. But guess what? Olivia might be the mob queen of Paul Tuck. So that would be danger, Ava. And then DB says, when she got slapped, I was like, she didn't even have time to get the sting off her face before Sonny came in. That is so true. I know, huh? Let's go up a bit. Let me see. We've got Lisa saying, well, I'm going to start with Lisa saying, Cameron Drew is on a Hallmark movies also. So let's see if he's able to film. Really, Cyrus afraid of book? Cyrus wanting Drew to protect him. Drew could take them down. LaShawn says Ava Jerome should have slapped her back. She sure should have. There's no way I'm going to let you chick, and you much younger than me, slap me like that. I don't care who Mason is. Lisa says, why is Nina mentioning to Wiley he was doing good while his mama was sick? Nina just doesn't know what to say. When Willow finds out that what Nina did to Carly and Drew, it's going to blow up in her face. I bet you're right that Nina will make an offer on Carly's house more than the asking price. Bobby was living in Carly's house she had when Carly and Sonny split up. This is the place that Nell was gaslighting Carly about Morgan being alive with his cologne. Linda says, I think Morgan is still alive because his body was never found. I believe someone got to Morgan and saved him. I always kind of had that little hope in the back of my mind, right? Eduardo says, this angle will be beneficial to Sasha. Being probably institutionalized is the best place to be to present herself reliable and responsible, plus earn her rights to independence. I don't know, no, because they're going to make it like she slipped and started taking too many drugs. She's unstable, can't make good choices. I.M. says, not if the doctor is like Kevin and stays her primary care physician. And then Ruby said, he's in a Hallmark movie with a Sweeney. I don't know what that is. Anthony says, have you forgotten Austin is partners in the takeover? Oh yes, Austin is definitely knee deep. And then Lucy says the doctor has videos he took of Sasha. She was acting out there, acting unstable. Hopefully Diane will expose the quack doctor and gambling Gladys. And let me also scroll up a bit and say, I.M. says, OMG, yes, Nina will try to buy the house. Yes, Carly, Yes, Carly fixed Kelly's. It's a family business. Jax can come back as a business investor. Carly needs to work, and Sonny can be ordered to pay child support into the trust that she and Donna can live on the interest. Yeah, I know. Let's have them do that. Neon Moon says, I think it's going to be Maxie who will buy Carly / Bobby's house. Remember, she's looking for a bigger place. LaShawn says Sonny is suspicious. Sonny is suspicious by nature. Ava's going to tell Sonny because she is in over her head. And then LaShawn says, I'm disappointed in Ava. Sasha's in Ferncliff where Carly was. I'm so glad she's getting everything she wants to lose it. Oh, you mean Nina? I miss Michael calling Sonny dad. Yes, he did. Maybe we will get a hug. Bobby sold Kelly's for $1. So her job was secure. I hope she doesn't lose the house. I thought Diane had a plan. The plan was for Bobby to sell Carly the house. Book steals bullying folks. Ava is so dumb. All she had to do was tell Sonny, really, in the first place last year. Now look at this mess. Especially if she would have told Sonny, yeah, I had to kill him because he was going to go take our daughter. Kidnap. Nope, wasn't going to let that happen. And Sonny would have said, I'm right with you. I told everyone Austin and Mason were working together. Yep, I knew that too. Liz is getting on my nerves, trying to throw her weight around. She's a $110. Liz is so thin. Sonny have helped her out plenty. Really, Liz, have a seat. Mason took the dude out, or he had the dude taken out. That nanny was rude. This is who she wants around Avery. Good. Let's see Ava sweat. I never liked her, but she was ruthless. And look, was ruthless was the word. I'm going to go on up to the top. Kathy says Maeve Ryan was the matriarch on Ryan's Hope. Lisa says Carly should not sell Kelly's. She could wait. She's continued creating generational wealth, making it even better than before, and pass it down to one of her kids or family members one day. Yeah, I know. The doctor works for Woo. I am says Carly is keeping Pilar. Ava is finding her own nanny. Yeah, I know. I am says the woman has no plans of taking care of Ava. Avery. Ava used to be more gangster than she's acting like. She's acting like her brother. Delia headed to the doctor's cabin. Meg Ryan was Delia's mother-in-law. Oh, okay. Delia's mother-in-law. Thank you. I am says, can Elizabeth mind her own business for once? And then I am says, Jason never joined a family. No, he didn't. Linda says, Jason was any one man wrecking crew in prison. Maybe everybody knew that was what was waiting for them if they messed with Jason. And then we run up to the top real quick. Dashia says, Sonny needs to check out this doctor and Gladys. What if the sec comes to Port Charles and finds out who tripped them off? I don't know who is SEC. Oh, SEC. Oh, okay. LaShawn says, Maxie Jones will probably buy it for herself and her kids. Maxie could not afford that house. Well, Maxie does have a lot of money now, but that ain't for Maxie. Maxie better buy Lulu's house. Okay, buy Lulu's house. LaShawn says Nina is living in Ava Jerome's penthouse, and LaShawn says Nina is not wearing a mask when she came to visit her daughter Willow. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be masked to everybody, but you know what? Whatever. Pam says, I think that the new Molly portrayer and the Betty actress should switch roles. The nanny looks like a Davis girl. I know that nanny could have, but not Molly. That nanny could have been a Christina, not a Molly. And then Sabrina says, great review regarding the nanny from Heck. She has made a big mistake by slapping Ava. I don't think Ava is going to tell Sonny yet. I think she is going to tell Nina. I think Ava is desperate and may blackmail Nina to help her. No, Ava told Sonny. Ava told Sonny. All right, everybody. I'm at 11 minutes. Almost got to the end, but that's all of Comment Corner today. Thank you. Thank you so much for all of your comments. I'm going to thumbs up all of these comments versus doing a personal reply to all 44, especially since I don't know which ones I didn't actually read. So it'll just be thumbs up. Thank you so much for all your support. I will be back tomorrow for another daily recap of General Hospital.